heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer, my redeemer. He asked life of you, you gave it to him, length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through your salvation. Splendor and majesty you bestow on him, for you make him most blessed forever. You make him glad with the joy of your presence. Bow, 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 bow. For the King trusts in the Lord, and through the steadfast love of the Most High, he shall not be moved. He shall not be moved. Be exalted, O Lord, in your strength we will sing and praise your power. So I will bless you as long as I live, as long as I live in your name. I will lift up my hands, so I will bless.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead, explosions go off and cool confetti and stuff and things. How are you, baby cakes?
I'm fantastic.
Fantastic.
I need a nap, though.
Already?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ladies
When you
and-
wake up tired, you know, it's really kind of, yeah.
So, hey, glad you guys are here. Just enjoying our conversation between ourselves. So here's my question for you. Have you ever heard of the concept called human farming? And I don't mean humans who farm things. I mean human farming. Have you heard of that concept before?
I'm not exactly sure. I think I know where you're going with it, but go ahead.
So you say nay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
By the way, live stream. If you're watching the replay, we're gonna probably catch comments as we go. So just keep there. Human farming. Danny Thrive, Moni, Chris and Nikki. Have you guys heard of the concept of human farming? If you have, chime in. I'm gonna just briefly. The idea is, no, it's not like for grossness, Dave. It's not horror movie stuff. It's basically that throughout history, the people who are the rulers in history, the people that are on the top, the politicians, the richest, the dictators, the top, right? They figured out that they don't get as much output from the people below them, their subjects, if they control them by force. They figured out that they will lose entire groupings of people because they'll get angry and upset and they'll fight back. And they'll be like, how dare you think Marie Antoinette? Let them eat
cake.
Because they were so disconnected from the average person that was out there starving that the people finally rose up and said, no, you ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
And so they figured out over time, force never gets the most out of your cattle. And yes, I said cattle.
That's true.
They view the people that are way up on top,
excuse me,
view their subjects a lot like farming.
Like cattle.
Like cattle. Mm-hmm. And so if you've got X amount of cows, your cattle, human farming, how do you get the most out of them to keep you on top, grow your thing, whatever it is, whether it's money or buildings or projects, or you want to shoot rockets to the Marsness or whatever you want to do? How do you get the most out of your cows, your farm? They figured out force doesn't do it. Humans push back. They also figured out that ultimate prosperity doesn't do it, because then all of a sudden people start getting this wise idea that they can actually have what the upper-ups have. And no. We don't, there's a ceiling right here. And you can come up to here. You may not go any further.
Well,
hold on.
Okay.
I gotta stay on track. So hold your thought.
Okay.
But then they figured out this crazy idea that what if we just let them think that they have all of this wonderful mobility to go up and down in society? What if we just allow them to think, convince them that they have all these freedoms and luxuries and all this stuff, but really they still control the game. The game is rigged, meaning they will allow you to think that you have all this stuff and things, freedoms. Like here's one. Like, hey, you can own your own property. Can you? What happens if you don't pay the taxes?
It's gone.
That's a good example. Mm-hmm. You think that you pay, I got a mortgage. I got a loan. I paid it off 30 years, but then I hit hard time. And now I can't pay the taxes, and I haven't for a little bit. What happens?
It's gone.
They take your property. Mm-hmm. That's the illusion that you have that freedom. Now, so they figured this out that all they got to do is allow you to think that you have these freedoms, you have all this stuff, when in fact, they still control the people with ways and means of making you do things. Now, what are your thoughts before we get on to the actual thought?
So you were talking about how does the government make humans more productive? Well, I know how it works in a dairy farm, and
we'll explain it because they don't.
Okay, so local dairy farms here, they have what are called free stall barns, and so the cows can move about freely in the stall.
Do your cow thing.
Do your cow thing, but only in this little square here, right here. You cannot.
Here are your boundaries.
You cannot leave the building. You have to stay in this building. Okay. So these particular cows have no access to grass, but they have freedom in this barn. Okay. And they are fed the choicest of
sugary stuff.
Sugary treats. I mean, we've even seen farms where they feed them candy.
Literal candy.
Literal candy, like secondhand candy. Yeah, like bear bait. So
if you don't know what bear bait is, it's candy.
It's all
Cookies,
broken
candy.
cookies, things that got dropped on the ground, that kind of stuff that's not acceptable for human consumption. But
they use it as
cows will
bear
eat it.
bait.
Right, they use it for bear bait. And they'll feed it to cows. Cows will eat, tomatoes, or like in Florida, they'll give them the leftover orange pulp, that kind of thing. So they get the choicest of foods. They have freedom in the barn.
Do your cow thing.
And then they'll get them to produce up to 30,000 gallons of milk a year.
Per cow.
When 30 years ago, it was only 15,000 gallons a year.
So they figured out
Pumping
that
full of hormones
all they've got to do is give them a limited amount of freedom within their own boundaries that they set, they dictate.
Right.
And then they figured out the cows will do better.
Cows will do better.
Guess
They're
what?
Happier.
We cows, we have our boundaries too.
Yep.
Why is it that the uber elites don't have those same boundaries? Have you ever scratched your head and wondered why they don't follow the same rules we do?
Rules for thee and not for me.
Because we're not them.
Right. Right.
We're the cows.
Right.
I know it's a yucky way to think about it.
It is. I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
No.
But that's what made me think about the topic today is the clamping down on farms, farmers, gardens, water rights, all of the trigger words that are going to get this video pushed down and demonetized.
Yeah.
Please click the thumbs up right now and make a comment, any comment, say hi or something, because it's going to help the stream. Because frankly, when these words get pushed out there, the AI engine grabs them and says, no. We're just not going to let anybody else know that this video exists.
Right.
So that's what got me thinking about this today, because this was sent to me, and we actually have really, really good news. There's really good news at the end of this, and that's not a joke. It's not clickbait.
Right.
So here, I want to show you something. Let me go over to this screen here. This channel, which is unfortunately cut off by my screen, I'm going to say it. It's called Yamasa TV.
Yanasa.
Yanasa. Y-A.
YANASA TV.
See that very handsome gentleman there? What a handsome dude. What?
Nothing.
I feel very confident in my masculinity to say that is a masculine, handsome man.
Oh, okay.
He might not have no hair up there, but we don't know. We don't know that.
It's got it on the sides and the back. So
He's looking good. What do you guys think? I think he looks good. So the title of this video is Oregon Urgently Shuts Down Small Farms en masse to Protect the People. I watched this video and then I read a bunch of articles, but it's not just this article. I wanted to point it out because this was sent to me this morning, and thank you for who sent it. Now, here's the thing. This has already been shut down. This is a past tense thing. It's already getting circulated around the internet and it's freaking everybody out. And I want to separate the fiction from the fact and what is actually working and what is not working, because it's a lot of people are just passing this around and they don't really know that it's already been changed.
right.
So the brief, the tiniest little summary, watch the video. Go, if you haven't, watch it. Go watch it. But the briefest summary is the lawmakers in Oregon are committing lawfare on small farms, small farmers, small dairies, and it will spill into your garden. Okay? They're using environmental concerns to say, well, this rainwater or this wastewater that is coming off of your 3 cows or that's coming from the sky and landing on your roof has to be dealt with in a certain way. And if it's not dealt with in a certain way, we're shutting you down. And it's for the good of everybody. It's for your own good. That's, if I could sum up, watch it for yourself, but I'm gonna click away from this for right now. That's what I saw. That's what I read, except for this. This is what Christa dug up today.
Well, and this came out actually 2 days ago. So
that video was on the 18th, by the
Right.
way. This is
This was 2 days ago. So small dairy farms across Oregon will no longer be subject to a state policy change some farmers say would have been too burdensome. The Oregon Department of Agriculture announced Thursday that it's withdrawing its decision to require small Oregon operations to apply for a permit usually intended for large commercial dairies.
I did that if you needed the mouse.
No, that's all I was going to read. If they want to read it, they can read the rest.
So bottom line is, because people squawked, because they got in the faces of their politicians and said, "What in the Como se llama do you think you're doing? You work for me, pal."
And that's the bottom line. They work for us. We voted them into office. Why is it that we are bowing to what they're saying? They work for us. Isn't it we the people?
That's why I started this video out with, there is this class that rules everybody, and they really, really, really do think they're smarter than all of the rest of us.
Yeah.
And they really, really, really do think that they deserve to be there and that you are to be managed like a farm, like livestock. And the best way to get the most out of their livestock is to allow them to think they have freedom. But sometimes they fight back.
And they need to.
And that's where I really want to spend the most time today, okay? Because, yeah, these things are happening. Most certainly. Do you think that they're going to continue happening? Anybody? What do you think? Moni, Heather, do you think D, Hale? Do you think it's going to keep happening, Jess? Mm-hmm. Susan?
Yep.
I do. Because
Flat
the
out.
people that are above us want to control us. Mm-hmm. It's easier to give the illusion of freedom than actual freedom.
Right.
So, when these things happen, you've got to push back within obvious legal boundaries, but you squawk and remind them and say, you work for us, and this is no bueno.
No bueno.
No. And you know what? Sometimes you can win. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you
can win.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's part of the problem, guys. Do you guys know, you ever heard of fill in the agenda? Sometimes it's 2030, sometimes it's 2050. Do you guys know the agendas I'm talking about? Used to be 21.
Yeah, it was 2021.
You know what I'm talking about?
It was 2030. Now it's 2045, I think.
You should look it up if you haven't and you don't know what I'm talking about, because I got to speak in somewhat code.
Yeah.
But the reality is that there are the people who are way up there who really do think that you should be managed. Now, some of them want you to believe that they're your buddies, they're your pals, they're for you, when they're not.
They're not. No. They just want to be ruling over you.
There's a big difference.
Right. And the important part is we need to get those people out of office.
And yeah.
There need to be term limits. There needs to be
better
accountability.
Better term limits.
There needs to be term limits for, I don't think there is term limits for the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
So there's term limits for president. Why not the other guys?
Yeah.
So they need to be held accountable for the things that they're doing to this country.
Yeah. I'm like, check. And check. So back to the agendas. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Mm-hmm. They want to clamp down on your food production. Mm-hmm. What you are, air quotes, allowed to produce yourself, even in your own yard, mm-hmm. in your own buckets, with your own rainwater that God gave you. The government didn't privy you to rainwater. Do you know there are places that will, it's illegal to collect rainwater?
Yeah, one being Colorado.
That's insanity.
It's nuts.
Fire them.
Right.
Please. I don't care if there's an R in front of their name or a D or an LMNOP. Fire them. Get online and say, are you for or against taxing people for the water that God drops on us out of the sky?
Yeah.
Because get them on record. Say, hey, this person says you should pay a tax for the rain that drops on you that they had nothing to do with. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
How about that? So, ladies and gents, today's video is a cautionary tale with an actual win. With an actual win.
Yeah.
And I say thank you to whoever that is. Christine Anderson. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that she's a farmer in Yamhill County who owns Cast Iron Farm. Nice.
Cool.
That's a great name.
Cool. I'm looking at some comments here. Heather Moreland says it's illegal to collect rainwater in Southern California. Why? Can somebody explain why?
I can imagine why it would be illegal. It shouldn't be because of wildfires.
Why would it be illegal to collect
Because
water? Like, were you supposed to give it to
collect-
them?
if
Like,
you-
here's my bucket?
If you collect rainwater, then that's less rainwater that goes into the ground that keeps the ground from being too dry, which then would catch on fire.
So if I live 50 miles away from a potential wildfire area,
You still can't harvest rainwater.
no, here's my logic. So it
being
rains on me.
sarcastic,
I know.
okay.
I am too. I'm getting ready
Okay.
to lay it on pretty thick. So it's rain drops out of the sky, and I say, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you." And what am I supposed to, like, put it in a bucket and bring it to those people, or just let it go into the aquifer underneath the ground that's going to provide for? Wait a minute. So how is that going to help them?
It's not.
Oh,
Right. You're catching on.
you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies and gents, forget the R's, the D's, the LMNOPs in front of their names and fire them.
Yes, please.
If they are for not logic, straight up raging stupid, fire them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care if they've been there 30 years. I don't care if they got you funding for your library project that you wanted so bad. If they are not for
Freedom.
logic and reason and freedom, fire them.
Right. Right.
And if you don't, you get what you deserve. Uh-oh. Brad just went there. If you don't, you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Man, I told you guys this probably about 6 months ago. Went to a local fair. And at this fair there were a bunch of different tables for different, different churches, and then water treatment, this and that, and then there were some different political tables, and I'm not going to say which is what, and I'm not going to say that at all. But I went to this political table because there was a sign that caught my eye, and I was like, "Oh, really? Do tell. I am interested to know why you say such things, and you're out here. Why?" And I
say such things if I were you.
I whittled it down to this person, and I said, "So, if you know that your candidate is really honestly and truthfully not qualified to do this job, yet you're going to vote for them anyway, is that true?" The answer was,
Yeah.
they will vote the party line.
Regardless of the competency of that person.
And so I said, "I'm sorry, my friend, but that means that you do not vote for the country, and you are part of the problem."
Yep.
Because you've picked your club, and your club is more important than the good of the people.
Yeah.
when you will vote for somebody you know is not competent.
Right.
Just because they got the right letter in front of their name. Oh, ladies and gents. So anyway, I didn't mean to go down the political rabbit hole, but I do have a question for you, and I got something for free. So, back here real quick. It's a win. It's a good day. They pushed back, and it worked.
Yeah.
Praise God. Mm-hmm. Now, if we don't push back, guess what's going to happen?
They're just going to keep walking on you. They're just going to keep doing it.
They're going to take and take and take as long as they can.
Sure.
They're going to keep taking. So, what are you going to do? The choice is yours. Rita says, fight or give it away. The choice is ours. Mm-hmm. I think I'm in agreement with Rita there. So anyway, that's honestly what we wanted to come on today and say, because this video has been circulating with that very handsome man from Oregon. Yeah, I'm glad that they're spreading the word, and you know what? He was part of the solution because he used his platform to spread the word and get more people to hear about it. And then they pushed back. Mm-hmm. So we need to push back more. Yeah.
Don't let them walk on you. Just say no.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gents, free stuff. I did promise free stuff, and I have free stuff. Would you show them those? These.
Vanna.
Do it. These are 2 CDs that I have recorded, sung, produced, drums, guitar, bass, the whole nine, all of it.
Not in the right order.
And it's all scripture music. It's all Bible verses set to modern sounding music. Mm-hmm. Piano, drums, the whole thing. You can go to everydayoutreach.com. That is
You just said it.
Every day.
Everydayoutreach.com.
Right. You always want to repeat things 3 times or else they never get it.
Okay. Everydayoutreach.com. Everydayoutreach.com.
There you go.
Everydayoutreach.com. There.
I didn't mean
3 times.
Okay. And if you want to download some of the music for free, it's right there for you to download. Yes. If you would like to buy a physical copy, they are for sale.
Yes, they are for sale.
And you can get those there as well. And it does help the ministry, and it does help us, and we are very grateful.
Yes, very much so.
But you can get it for free. So you can't say, oh, man, why would he make these Bible songs, and he's such a jerk because you won't let anybody, you got to buy the CD. No, you can download them.
You don't understand how long it took him to get these things put together.
But you can still get it for free.
Yes, you can still get it for free if you download them from the website, everydayoutreach.com.
That was a nice plug.
Was it a nice plug? Or if you want CDs for in your car, if your car has a CD player, which why cars don't have,
because ours is old.
Our cars are older, so newer cars don't have CD players, and that's actually quite frustrating. So,
yeah. Well, the reason why these are actually for sale is for money, is just because it costs us a lot of money to produce them.
Yeah.
That said, we will see you back tomorrow, and you guys have
a blessed and amazing day.
Hey, here's one of those free songs right now. This is a brand new one.
Yeah.
This is brand new. You have to come to our Bible devotion if you want to hear it. Other than this right now, because here it is. Have a great day.
May all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say evermore, God is great. dishonor, who delight in my hurt, let them turn back because of their shame, who say, aha. May all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say evermore, God is great. But I am poor and needy. Hasten to me, O God. You are my help and my deliverer. Oh Lord, do not delay. May all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say evermore, God is great. May all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say evermore, God is great. May all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say evermore, God is great. Make haste, O God, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me. Let them be put to shame and confusion who seek my life. May all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say evermore, God is great. Let them be turned back and brought to dishonor, who delight in my hurt, let them turn back because of their shame.